Okay, so the countdown to Halloween has concluded with this review. So we are reviewing Nightmare on Elm Street, the remake. So spoiler warning if you have not seen the movie. Just letting you know, I'm gonna spoil it for you. Now, so the plot is mostly the same, where a couple, a few classmates in high school are being stalked by the same guy in their nightmares, and they eventually find out that they're paying for the sins of their parents. So, okay, from there on out, that's where it starts to get different. Now, when they announced that Jackie Earle Haley was putting on the glove, I was like, you know what? He killed it as Rorschach, so hey, he's gonna be pretty dark and twisted as Freddy Krueger. And I'd say overall he was. He definitely was. I mean, he was one sick, demented, scary motherfucker when he put that glove on. And some people weren't too keen on him, putting on the glove. I mean, I get it. You wanted Robert Englund to come back and whatnot. I mean, I'm all for that. He's played Freddy Krueger since day one, like prior to this movie. But if Robert were to put on the glove again in this movie, I don't know. It might as well not be a remake. It would just, you might as well make it another sequel, or another movie in connection to the original. It shouldn't be a remake at all. I mean, if he puts on the glove. So, I think it's a bold move on the studio's part for them to remake this one, because they're not used to another actor playing Freddy. And I'm glad the studio had the balls to take a shot anyway, because I would have been curious like of how that would have turned out. It's a mixer upper. Like some people liked it, some people didn't. But I was on the side where people liked it. Because I thought it was good. Not to mention that they took it back to, being dark and like the field of the sequels were just like man, it's just not there anymore. So this movie brought it back. I mean, Wes Craven's New Nightmare brought it back too, but this movie also brought it, to the table. And I was satisfied, even though some moments that they reinvented, like with the hand coming out of the tub and Freddy coming out of the wall, it didn't have the same effect, like it didn't really have the same effect as the original movie did, but I still appreciate them for for adding that into the movie, like where it's self-aware of its predecessor, and what made that movie great, and what elements made that great, so they tried, they tried to do that, and it was cool. But the original, those moments in the original were better, obviously, especially Tina or Chris's death in the remake was much better. Tina's death was much better in the original, her death. But, I mean, Chris's death was pretty decent. That's pretty funny that Katie Cassidy from Arrow is on this movie, and Daniel Panabaker, I hope I said it right, from The Flash is on the Friday the 13th remake. It's, it's just funny to me. But, yeah, the characters eventually find out that they ratted out Freddy Krueger, even though they don't remember doing that, and then they start to think like maybe we made this up, like okay, so we made this up, and then the same thing. Like this time they don't turn him into the police, and he doesn't get put on trial only to walk away. But only this time the parents, right from the jump, they go rogue and they decide to burn him down. They decide to just go ahead and kill him, and and it makes you wonder along the way when they discover that, like, why didn't you go to the police with this? Like, did you ever find this place that we told you about? And they said no, and it makes you wonder, did they just ruin an innocent man? Did they? I like how the movie did toy with your mind. Like, did they? Is this really on the kids? Did they take a good guy and they fucked him up and they fucked up his life and he's out for blood because of that? But eventually you find out that they told the truth. That and you look at Polaroids and they're just the look on their faces sums it up. I mean, that Freddy molested them, especially Nancy, and it's wow. I heard that they wanted to shine light on that. They wanted to add that on to Freddy's character in the original, but I guess that was too much, so they just left it him primarily as a child murderer. I don't know how that sounds more fitting. I don't know, but you know, neither one is like good. But anyway, it is what it is. But I mean, it did sort of have brief moments with that in the sequels, like where Freddy for crying out loud, you know, disguised himself as a hot nurse and he seduced like he seduced poor Joey. You know, there's a little bit of molestation there. And also, like when, like in Freddy vs. Jason, like when Laurie has her first nightmare in the movie, the kid tells her that, you know who the guy is in the nightmare, that people that are talking about. His name is Freddy Krueger. He loves children, especially little girls. I mean, that's a little hint there too. But this movie really shines light on that, and yeah, it's really creepy. Oh my gosh. But I don't get why some people who didn't like the movie said, "Oh, Freddy's ugly this time." Why do you think people refer to use Freddy as a reference for many years? They used him as a reference, you know, to talk about how ugly they think a person is. Why do you think that? Freddy was never intended to be a sex symbol. I mean, come on, get real, people. But I thought Jackie Earle Haley was great. You know, his take was pretty awesome, and it was a little bit more dark and slightly more gritty. And even though I would have preferred the whole child murderer route, but I mean, this is different. So you know, I guess, you know, they wanted to add some different layers onto the remake, you know, for it to stand on its own, I guess. But yeah, I thought it was good for what it was. I mean, it's not the best horror remake, but it's nowhere near as bad as how some people say it is. So I'd say this earns 3 chair spins, well, 3.5 chair spins out of 5. 1, 2, 3.5 chair spins. Yeah. Now, and also this movie is my introduction to Rooney Mara. I don't know. I think this is her first big screen movie. I mean, maybe it's not. I can't remember. But this is my introduction to that actress, and yeah, she's been playing in like mostly really great movies after this. So you know, applaud to her for you know, being able to, you know, be, you know, to have those opportunities, you know. But but I gotta say, you know, like it was a risky decision to remake this movie because it has adoring fans, and if they messed it up, then, you know, there would be blowtorches and pitchforks, you know, like at the studio. But luckily for them, it's a mix, you know, mixed reviews. Like some people liked it and some people didn't. But hey, I liked it, and I don't see really anything wrong with it. But even though the original is far better, but still, I'd say check it out. Wow, so the countdown to Halloween is over. Oh my gosh, and Halloween is a few days away. I didn't think we would get there. This is crazy. But yeah, I mean, thank you guys for joining me as I on my countdown from all three classic slasher movie franchises. So I got through all the movies. Man, yeah, I think I'm gonna, you know, have a marathon of one of them. Probably Halloween. and probably a little bit of Friday the 13th, and I may watch the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street along with the original. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed my review, make sure you thumb up the video, make sure you click subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all, and have a safe Halloween, and don't eat too much candy, and if you dress up like a clown this year, just don't, just don't go that route. I mean, like, there's a chance, someone may try to jump you or shoot you or whatever. Just don't do it. Just don't do it, okay? Peace out, y'all.